The United States election system is a tedious process. With a fast-approaching election day in the U.S., let's learn the basics of the Electoral College system of elections. Ina Andolong filed this report.
Over 90 million Americans will soon be casting their votes for president and vice president. The winner of the elections, however, will not solely be based on who gets more votes or the popular vote. A candidate is declared winner if he or she gets majority of the Electoral College votes. The U.S. election follows the Electoral College system, a process which takes place after Election Day. The system requires each state to designate a slate of electors. The number of electors for each state depends on the number of its legislators, which means states with more congressional districts get more electoral votes. The winning candidate should receive majority of electoral votes to win. There are 538 electors, which means the winning presidential candidate should get at least 270 votes. There have been cases where the candidate with a popular vote lost because his opponent, who received less votes from the people, got majority of the electoral votes. This last happened in the year 2000, when then presidential candidate George Bush failed to get the popular vote but was able to secure 271 electoral votes. Bush beat his opponent Al Gore and was declared president. So if it's the Electoral College votes that really matter, what is the use of having millions of Americans cast their votes? Electoral votes go hand in hand with a popular vote in the sense that electors ideally vote for whoever gets the popular vote in their state. As an example, when an ordinary person votes for re-election as President Barack Obama, he or she is actually voting for electors who will vote for Obama in the event that Obama gets the popular vote of that state. The candidate who receives the popular vote of a state gets all its allotted electoral votes. The U.S.'s Electoral College system of elections has been criticized for, among others, not being truly reflective of the people's real pulse. Ironically, the system was put in place to, among others, ensure that all states, big and small, are well represented in the voting process. Framers of the Constitution that came up with this system also wanted to make sure that the election of public officials is left to people who can come up with well-informed votes. The Electoral College system was put in place at a time when people still had limited access to communication and media. While this may no longer be the case, Americans are still bound to follow this election system. Election day in the U.S. may just be around the corner, but the casting of votes is just the start of another tedious process that, just the same, will also be closely monitored by the world.
I love you. I thank you. We're going to win with your help.
We'll remind the world why the United States of America is the greatest nation on earth. God bless you.
Ina Andolong, Solar News.